Welcome to Nina's Stories. Today, we will deep dive into Kalvanin Khadali is a Tamil romantic drama and social novel written by Kalki Krishnamurthy. Before we step into the world of Kalvanin Khadali, I invite you to sit back, take a deep breath, and leave behind the noise of today. We are about to travel to a Tamil village in the early 20th century, a place of palm trees and rice fields, where the temple bell marks time, and where every whisper carries weight. In this world, love is not a gentle breeze. It is a storm that must pass through walls of tradition, law, and reputation. And at the heart of it all are two souls, Madhivanan, a man branded a thief, and Kalyani, a woman whose loyalty to him will cost her everything, and yet give her life meaning. So make yourself comfortable. Let the sights and sounds of another time surround you. This is not just a story to hear. It's a world to step into. It's a quiet morning in a small Tamil village. The kind of place where the smell of wet earth mixes with the smoke from cooking fires, where the rhythm of life is the steady ring of the temple bell. If you were visiting, you might think nothing ever goes wrong here. But in this story, the calm is a disguise. Hidden beneath this beauty is a secret that has already ruined lives and will soon claim another. In the center of the village lives Kalyani. She is admired, respected, the sort of person people talk about in the same breath as the red lotus. Beautiful, untainted, even when surrounded by mud. But lately, the admiration has been replaced by whispers. She has grown distant, they say. Sad. The light in her face is fading. And then, one day, someone appears. He's tall, keeps his head down, and moves like a man who doesn't want to be recognized. His name is Madhivanan. People notice the way his eyes search the crowd and stop when they find Kalyani. There's something there, something old, something heavy. Years ago, they were inseparable. Their love was the kind you read about, the kind that feels untouchable. But something happened, a fracture, and now he's returned, with the weight of that fracture still pulling at him. The truth is, Madhivanan is a fugitive. The village believes he's a thief. They say he's been stealing, and they're not wrong. He has stolen, but not for greed. His crimes are born out of survival, desperation, maybe even love. One evening, the two of them meet in the forest, far from prying eyes. No one speaks at first. The silence is thick with everything they can't say. I've missed you. I'm sorry. We're in danger. But danger is already moving in. A powerful landlord in the area has taken an interest in Kalyani. Her family, anxious to protect their standing, is pushing her into a marriage she doesn't want. Meanwhile, the villagers have decided that Madhivanan isn't just a thief. He's a threat. And the more they talk, the worse things get for her. Madhivanan tries to start over. He even risks himself to save another's life. But it doesn't matter. The label thief sticks. The police close in. And then, the betrayal. While hiding in the forest, aided by a few who still believe in him, someone gives him up. The police come. This time, he doesn't get away. In prison, Madhivanan waits for a trial that everyone knows is just for show. Kalyani visits him, works tirelessly to prove his innocence, and in doing so, destroys her own reputation. She becomes the thief's woman in the eyes of the village. Their last meeting is devastating. There are no long speeches, just quiet words between two people who know they're out of time. He tells her to live with pride, even after he's gone. She promises nothing. Her eyes tell him the truth. Without him, she has nothing left to protect. And then, the twist. The truth finally surfaces. Madhivana never committed the original crime he was hunted for. But the revelation comes too late. He's already dying from wounds he suffered during a previous escape attempt. The charges are cleared, but he doesn't live to see freedom. Kalyani leaves the village. She doesn't remarry, doesn't seek comfort. She spends the rest of her life helping others, carrying his memory like a scar that never fades. And in the village pond, the red lotus blooms, pure, beautiful, untouched by the mud around it, just like her. When you think about the heart of Kalki's Kalvanin Khadali, you can't just think about plot. You have to think about people, flesh and blood characters caught between love, law, and the unforgiving gaze of their world. Let's start with Madhan, or Madhivanan. He's a man driven by guilt, not the kind that freezes you in place, but the kind that keeps you running toward love and away from it at the same time. Madhan fears bringing danger to Kalyani, yet she's the one constant in a life defined by suspicion, pursuit, and whispers. He's the thief. At least that's what the village says. But Kalki uses that label to ask a deeper question. Who is really imprisoned here? The man behind the bars, or the lovers bound by custom? Madhan lives in that tension. Every choice he makes, to meet her, to hide, to risk his life, is a test. Can love redeem a name that's already been condemned? Then there's Kalyani. Her world is one of constant watchfulness. Every step she takes toward Madhan is measured, weighed, and judged by the crowd. Her strength isn't loud, it's steady. She resists panic. She speaks when she must, and stays silent when words would cost her more than they give. Even when the pressure builds, doors knocking, time ticking like a drum, she doesn't collapse into passivity. She stands. And every time she chooses loyalty over reputation, she pushes back against a system that wants to protect her into submission. Kalyani in this story is the moral compass. Her grace under scrutiny exposes the gap between what society calls respectable and what's truly right. And then, Pankajam. She's the bridge, the one who moves between the private world Kalyani and Madhan share and the noisy, complicated village outside. She's practical, loyal, and she understands the stakes. Pankajam carries messages, shields her friend from the sting of gossip, and quietly keeps the wheels turning when everyone else is trying to make them stop. If Kalyani is the heart, and Madhan is the storm, Pankajam is the invisible infrastructure that holds the story's love together. She's proof that enduring love is rarely just between two people. It's a community effort. But these characters live inside a world built on three powerful themes. First, love versus law and society. In Kalvanin Khadali, love isn't soft. It's a siege. Madhan and Kalyani's bond is tested by police pursuit, temple trustees, gossiping villagers, and watchful elders. Every step toward each other costs them something: safety, dignity, freedom. And in this story, the so-called thief shows more compassion than the respectable people who claim to uphold justice. Kalki's quiet question lingers. Is punishment really the same as justice? Second, honor, reputation, and the female burden. For Kalyani, the law isn't her biggest enemy. It's her own community. Her honor is treated like property, guarded, traded, and threatened by others. Each act of loyalty to Madhan comes at a cost, and it's a cost she alone bears. Through her, Kalki shows how respectability can become a weapon, and how true honor might mean integrity under pressure, not public approval. Third, identity, guilt, and redemption. Madhan's label, thief, becomes the crucible in which his character is tested. Is a person defined by what they've done, what they've been called, or the choices they make when everything is on the line? Madan's guilt pushes him toward acts of mercy and sacrifice, even when they can't save him. Redemption here isn't one grand gesture. It's a series of small, costly decisions, the kind that slowly remake a person from the inside out. And when the last page turns, what stays with you isn't just the tragedy. It's the way Kalki's characters fight, quietly, stubbornly, to stay human in a world that keeps trying to define them by law, by rumor, by a single mistake. That was the world of Kalki's Kalvanin Khadali, a tale where love stands trial, honor carries a heavier weight than law, and redemption comes not in grand gestures, but in small, quiet acts. If you enjoyed this deep dive into its story, themes, and characters, don't forget to let me know in the comments. Which moment or character stayed with you the most? This is Nina's Stories, where we travel into the heart of timeless tales, exploring not just what happened, but why it still matters today. If you haven't already, hit the like button, share this episode with someone who loves powerful storytelling, and subscribe for more journeys into stories that move us, challenge us, and stay with us long after the last page turns. Until next time, keep reading, keep feeling, and keep listening to the stories that make us human.